Hi everyone, this is Vivek. In this video, I am going to show you how you can use YouTube Data API to fetch videos from playlist and play in your Flutter app. So here I have basic UI. Here I have just a home page and a widget that contains image, video title, channel name and views count. I will provide this code in the description below. You can get started with this code. I will simply provide the link for both starter code and final code for your reference. So for this we are going to use YouTube Data API version 3. So for that you have to create a project in Google Cloud Console, and then we will use HTTP package to fetch the data from YouTube API, and we will use provider for state management if needed. Okay, simply we are going to have two screens. In this first screen we will show list of videos. Once we click on any of the videos, then that video is played in our app. So to play the video we are going to use YouTube Player Flutter package. This video is simple and straightforward, so without any delay let's get started. So first of all, open your browser and search for YouTube Data API. So in the first result you can see, and you can simply click on add YouTube functionality to your site. Click on get started, and here you can see the overview. And before we start, we need a Google account and we need a project in Google Developer Console, as I have already mentioned in the video. And we will get the API key that we can send along with our request to get the data using YouTube API. So for now we will fetch the videos from a playlist. So as you can see here, we can get the data from YouTube playlist also, and we will get the playlist items as well. So let's create a project first. Okay, and we have to enable YouTube Data API version 3. So go to Google Developer Console, and here you can see in the top, if you are doing this for first time, then you will be prompted to create a project, or if you already have other projects, then you can simply create new project from this section. Simply click on new project here, and here you can name it YouTube API demo, and you can give the location as no organization and simply click on create. Okay, now the project is creating. Now you can click on this select project. Now we have to enable YouTube Data API. So for this you can simply click on this plus button here, enable APIs and services. Here you can search for YouTube Data API, and you can see here YouTube Data API version 3. Simply click on this, click on enable, now this service is successfully enabled. Now we have to create credential to use this API, and you can see the usage statistics here. Once you implement it, this usage will be reflected here. Now you have to click on create credentials to get an API key. So we are trying to fetch the public data. We are trying to fetch the videos from the public playlist. So we will select this option and now simply click on next. And I guess we will get an API key. So here we have our own API key, and make sure that you use your own API key. I will be deleting this project as soon as this video recording will be completed, so you have to follow all these steps to get your own API key. So let's save this API key in our project. So in our project, make a folder named const, and here I will make a file named app.const, and I will create a class named class API keys. So it is always a good practice to use some package like flutter.env, something like that, okay, to store this sensitive information like API keys. Okay, so for now, for the sake of demonstration, I am simply storing it in a dart file. So let me define a static variable, static const YouTube API key, and I will simply paste this here. So I have to, okay, you can simply mention a data type here as well. Okay, so in our view we have video home, and the widget we have video card. So this is simple widget. I guess you are familiar with the UI stuffs in Flutter. So now we will create another folder named services to write a function to get data from YouTube API. So, and we will make a folder named view model to interact with these services. Okay, and we will make a folder named model to store the blueprint of YouTube video. Okay, simply the information about the schema of the video, like YouTube video ID, thumbnail URL, title, channel name, views, etc. Okay, so we are trying to quickly follow the MVVM architecture. So here we have model, view model, and view. So for state management we are going to use provider. For making HTTP request we will use the HTTP package. So let's install those packages quickly. So let's go to our browser again and go to pub.dev, and now search for provider first. So here we have this package. Simply go to install link, copy this command, paste it in your terminal. Again go to pub.dev and search for HTTP package. So here we have HTTP package. Simply go to install link, copy and paste. So if you see in the prospect.yml file, we have two packages, provider and HTTP. So to play the YouTube videos that we obtain from the YouTube data API, we need another package named YouTube Player Flutter. Simply search it, YouTube Player Flutter. Sorry, not iframe one. Simply click on this second one. Okay, YouTube Player Flutter having highest downloads, that is 246K. Okay, go to install link, copy and paste it here. So we have total 3 packages. Okay, as we have added 3 new packages, we have to stop our project and run it again to build this package. So I will simply stop project and let me run this. Okay, let's start writing the code for services. Okay, here make a file named YT-API services.dart, and here we will make a class named YT-API services, and we will see the documentation provided by YouTube to get the links and to see other details. Okay, so let's define the base URL. Okay, string base URL is equals to empty string, and we will make a function named get all videos from playlist. So this is going to be a asynchronous function, as we are going to fetch data from internet and it will take some times to fetch and the result is not certain. We may or may not get the desired data. Okay, now in the view model, let's make a file named YT video view model, and here we will import material package and create a class named YT video view model. Okay, let's start with class YT video view model, and we have to extend this with sense notifier, and to set up provider properly we have to register this view model in our main.dart. So I will wrap this material app with multi-provider widget, and here we have to provide the widget list, provider list. Okay, and it is going to be a change notifier provider of type YT video. Okay, YT video view model. Okay, and we will simply return this view model, and I am going to place this placeholder here, and we are going to return YT video view model. And let's go to model and define the model for our YouTube video. So let me make a file here named ytvideo.dart, and I will create a class named YT video. Simply this is going to have final string video ID, final string video title, final string thumbnail URL. And we know that our playlist can have videos from multiple channels, so it is good to show the channel name as well. So I will simply copy this and paste this for views. Views count, I guess. So if we get integer from YouTube, then we will convert it to a string. Okay, and now one more channel name. Okay, so instead of this channel name, and let's make a constructor for this. So if we if you click on this any of these variables, you can see the option to create a constructor for final fields required named. Simply click here and the constructor is created. So we have basic setup for model, view model, view and services. So let's go to YouTube API documentation to get the data first. So let's go back to our browser. Okay, so we have saved the API key already, so I'll simply click on done, and here we can see the documentation by clicking on this learn more button. Okay, we are not going to use YouTube player. Let's go back. Let's check this. Okay, try in API Explorer. So here you can see the detailed documentation. So let's go to playlist section here in the left sidebar, and we are going to fetch all the videos inside a playlist. Okay, I guess we need playlist items, not a playlist but a playlist items, like the videos from the playlist. Okay, so here you can see the base URL here, googleapis.com/youtube/p3/playlist item, and here in the APIs Explorer you can see we need a part in request parameter and we need ID, and here are some optional field. And here you can see in the part we can provide content details, ID, snippet, status. Okay, and here in the ID we can provide the the ID parameter is specifies a comma separate list of one or more unique playlist item IDs. Okay, so let's copy this URL first. Let's go to YouTube API services and paste it here, and then we are going to import HTTP package to make HTTP request. So for this we are going to simply use import package http/http.dart as http, and now we are going to make a request, and we will save the response in this variable named response, and we are going to await until the request is completed, and we are going to make a get request, and here we have to pass a URI. So simply I will write URI, and here we have to provide a URL. Okay, or we can simply use a function URI.parse, and here we can provide a URL. Let me close the bracket and close it with semicolon, and here we are going to use base URL plus, and we are going to see the documentation for the query after this base URL. Okay, so let's go back to YouTube documentation, and if you scroll down, or you can see the option for different programming languages by click on this C code samples, and here you can see like format to send request in different programming languages like JavaScript, Java, PHP, Python. So we can simply look on this call method, and here we have to pass, after this base URL we have to pass on part. Simply we can pass anything like snippet and we will get the required data, and after this part we have to pass playlist ID and we have to pass the API key. So remember these, okay? So let's start writing this, okay? So copy this from this what, okay, what part is equals to snippet, so I will simply write in the quotation part is equals to snippet, and then okay, you can add this if needed, and here you can write this, and playlist ID is equals to the playlist ID of default playlist which we want to play videos of. Okay, let's copy it till YouTube API key, okay? Command C, and let's paste it here, and let's go to YouTube to find the playlist. So for now let me open YouTube and let's search for Flutter Hero, and here you can see our channel. Actually it is showing my channel in second. Simply click on this channel and go to playlist, and let's show the videos from this playlist, okay? Push notification in Flutter. So if you are here by following, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here, okay? Now let's open this one. Let me pause the video, and here you can see the playlist ID starting with this list is equals to PLO, something like this, okay? Simply copy this ID and let's paste it here in our code. So instead of this ID provided there in default documentation, we are going to use playlist ID of the playlist that we want to play videos of, okay? Now here in this API key section, we are going to use our own API key, that is that we store in the const class, okay? So we can simply use string interpolation here, API keys dot YouTube API key. Okay, so here we are sending a request. So when you are making asynchronous request, make sure that you wrap all the code in try catch block, so that you can easily identify the errors if some error occurred, okay? So I am writing try catch block first. So if any error occurred, then that error will be cached in this e variable, and we can simply log that variable, okay? So to log the data, you have to import log from Dart developer, okay? Simply click on it and you can simply write unable to get data from YT API because of string e. So we can see the error in console if any occurs, and let's move this statement in a try block, inside a try block. Simply paste it here, and now we have to check either the request is successful or not, okay? So if request is successful, we will get the status code of 200. So here we'll simply check if response dot status code is equals to 200, then we are getting the data. Otherwise we are not getting data, and we will simply log the information about the status code and the message written by API. So I will simply copy this statement and I will simply provide information like YT API, the status code is string, response, okay, let's use string interpolation here, response dot status code, and the message and the body is string response dot body. So if you write these statements, then you will be clear about what's actually happening in your request, and you can easily solve the issue if you know what exactly happened. Okay, sometimes the API key will be wrong, sometimes the request format will be wrong. Okay, so if the request format is wrong, then you will get some issues like error like bad request, and if API key is wrong, then you will get something like unauthorized. Okay, so each errors have their respective status code. Like for bad request you will get 400. Okay, so if you haven't watched the REST API implementation video from our channel, then I will provide the link in the description. You can check that out to understand basics of REST API. So I assume that you are little bit aware about the REST API stuffs. So if the status code is 200, then it means our request is successful and we are getting data. So let's decode the JSON data we received from YouTube API and store it in variable. Okay, so I will create another variable named var JSON data is equals to JSON decode response dot body. So let's print this data. Okay, we can simply log the data from API, the data from YT API is string JSON data. So we are not aware about the output yet, and we are like writing the code going on. So let's stop here and let's check either we are receiving the data or not. So if we are receiving data, we will continue writing the code, and if we are not receiving data, then we will troubleshoot the error. Okay, so here in the home page you can see this icon like search icon. So upon clicking on this search icon, I will call this function, and if we are getting data, then it will be printed in our console. So let's go to YouTube video homepage, and here in actions you can see like icon. So instead of this icon, I will use icon button, so that we will get on pressed icon button, and for icon we are going to use icons.search. And here in on pressed, I'll simply call that function. Okay, so first of all we have to make the object of YouTube API services class. So if you write the class name and write the brackets, then the object is simply created. Now you can use dot operator to access the function like get all videos from playlist, and let's make this function asynchronous as well, and we will await till the execution of this function is completed. So let's restart. and now click on search button. Before that, let's go to debug console and let's clear it. Now click on search button, and here you see we are getting the data from YouTube API, and here it is printed like the data from YT API is kind YouTube playlist items, something like this. Okay, so like this JSON format is little bit messy, like we can't understand the format, so I will simply copy this JSON and paste it in some sort of JSON prettier, okay, like those sites which will prettify the JSON. So let me simply search for JSON prettier. So I have already searched this, and here we have JSON formatter. Okay, in this site you can see already a format that I have tried previously. So I will simply paste this and click on load data, sorry, not load data, make pretty. So it is causing issue because of, let's get it from this hash. Okay, I'm not sure what's the issue with this. There is no place to format. Okay, so okay, we can see the response here in the YouTube documentation also. Okay, then there are no any sample response. Okay, we'll see those response one by one. Okay, like it will be little bit difficult. So let's go back here, and we have to identify the required items from this JSON data. Okay, like what we need is video ID, video title, thumbnail URL, views count, and channel name. So we have to find this from this JSON response. Okay, so first of all, let's go to YouTube API services, and where like there are more than one video in a playlist. Okay, I guess like there can be one video also, but let's assume we have around 4 to 5 videos, or like, and there can be any number, and all those videos are stored inside this items list. Okay, so here you can see the list starting with curly braces. So and as soon as all the videos are fetched, we are going to return the list. Okay, so here I will define a list of empty list of YouTube videos. Okay, list of YT videos, and initially it is empty. I'll simply name it all videos. Okay, all videos is equals to empty. As soon as we get data, like we will, like we have JSON data, like the decoded JSON decoded data in this JSON data variable, like it is a data object. Okay, so we can simply iterate over these items. Okay, as you can see these items is list, so we can run loops like this. Okay, like simply let's use a for in loop. So here I will make another variable named list all. Okay, playlist items, I will simply write playlist items So JSON data is simply a map in Dart, so we will use the key of that data. Okay, so our data is inside items key, so I will simply pass items, and now we will get a list. So if you don't believe me, then I can show you in console. Like, instead of this, I'll simply write playlist items. Okay, playlist items, and let me save this. Okay, it is already saved. Let me restart and click on the source icon. Okay. And here okay, now if I click on this source button, then we will get the video items only. Okay, so here we have list and we have other additional data. So let's make a for loop here. Let's define a variable named video data here. Okay, for video data in playlist items, we will create a new YT video data object. Okay, sorry, YT video object. Okay, so YT video is equals to YT video, and to make our YT video we have these required fields like video ID, video title, and we will get this data from this video data. Okay, so in this video data variable we will get the each items from this map. Okay, like here you can see video title, video description, and down here you can see the thumbnails details, and like you can see more details here. Okay, let me make it full screen, and now let's find out the video ID first. Okay, so if you see here inside this snippet, you will see here we have channel ID, video title, description, and here we have thumbnails. Okay, so let's try to find out video ID. Okay, here we can see the channel title, that is Flutter Hero, and we are unable to find video ID. Okay, this map is messed up, is this description is little bit long. So here we have video ID inside this resource ID section. Okay, this is our video ID. So we have all the details visible, like here we have thumbnail URL, video ID, here we have channel name, like I just showed you guys. So let's start implementing it. Okay, so don't get confused here. Okay, so here it is simply a map. This list have this playlist have 3 videos. You will get 3 maps inside this list, and we are going to extract the data one by one. Okay, so for video ID, it is inside the resource ID section. Okay, here so for the first video, we have title inside snippet. Okay, so inside this map we have another map, as you can see the curly braces. Okay, now for video title we can simply write something like this video data is a map, so we are going to get key So there is another map, so we are going to provide this key named snippet. Make sure that the spelling is correct, snippet, and inside this snippet we have title inside title key. Okay, so here we have string, so you can simply write title, title. Now for thumbnail we can simply go to, so we have another map named thumbnails, so let's write video data thumbnails. So inside thumbnails we have another map named default, so I guess it have another key value pairs also. Okay, inside this map there are total of 3 insider maps, that is medium and high. So it is a resolution of thumbnail. Like, so for high we can simply write thumbnails, and you can write the high keyword, and then the actual URL is inside URL. Okay, or you can use anything like max, res, and standard, high, any URL. Okay, so this will have width of 480 and height of 360, and this will have width of 1280 and height of 720. So we can use max, res as well. Okay, instead of this high we can simply use max, res, and the actual URL is inside URL key. So now we have to get the views count. Okay, we haven't identified it yet. Okay, let's skip the views count for now. Okay, as I can't immediately see. So we can get the details of video from the video ID, and there are other endpoints in YouTube Data API. You can simply explore this. I'm just showing the way how you can interact with YouTube Data API. As soon as you learn this, you will be able to interact with other APIs as well. Okay, now we need a video ID. So for video ID, go to resources, simply search for resource, and let's see. Okay, we are getting channel title in channel title map. Okay, so channel name we can simply write video data, and here we can provide channel title, channel. Make sure that the spellings are not incorrect. Okay, otherwise you will not get. And here inside resource ID we have video ID, that is, here you can simply write video data, and then resource ID, and then you can pass video ID here, video ID. Okay, now for views count we are going to pass 100k. Okay, so this is my dream views count. So this value is hard coded. Okay, you can explore other API endpoints to get the video data using this video ID that we have. So the YouTube video object is also ready. Let's close this with a semicolon, and we will add this video in the list that we have created here, as it is empty as of now. but we will add the this video object here in this list. So if there are 10 videos in this playlist, then this loop is going to execute it for 10 times and 10 video objects are stored in this list. Okay, so we can simply write all videos dot add video. Okay, and at last we are going to return this all videos variable. Okay, so even if error exists, we will return a empty list, return all videos. So I guess that variable is outside the scope. So as this variable is defined inside the try block, then we can't access it outside it, so we have to return it inside the try block. Okay, so after this else, we are going to return all videos. Okay, so if everything goes fine, then we are going to get the list of videos. Now we are going to implement view model to get these videos here and interact with the UI. So simply go to YouTube video view model and let's define a private variable named all playlist items. Okay, list of YouTube videos YT video, and I will make a private variable here, all videos. Okay, playlist items is equals to, so initially it is an empty list and we will create a getter to get the data. So get playlist items so simply this getter function will return the value or whatever this variable contains. Okay, now we will define a method to fetch the data using by calling the function inside this API services, and our consumer will consume value from these variables. Okay, so if you are new in provider, then you can explore the provider tutorial inside our channel. I will provide the link in the description, you can check that. So I will make a function named get all videos, and obviously it is going to be a asynchronous function, async, and we will simply assign the result to this underscore playlist items, and here we are going to, okay, we can make the object of YouTube API services here, YouTube. Okay, what's the class name? I guess YT API services dot get all videos from playlist, and then we will call notify listener to update the user interface as soon as it is changed. So I guess the view model portion is also completed. Now let's go to the home page and let's add a okay, first of all let's make this a stateful widget, and we will call that function to get the data in the init state. Okay, so in the init state we'll make call the instance of this provider here. Okay, provider dot of, so let's import provider, provided dot of, we have to provide a type here. So it is YT video view model, and we are going to pass context comma listen is equals to false. So we are simply going to call the function, okay, dot get all videos. So in the body we will wrap this list view with a consumer, okay, and instead of this list view we are going to use list view.builder, okay. So if there are more number of videos, then the list view.builder will implement lazy loading, so that not all the videos are loaded at once, okay. Those videos will be loaded only when you scroll down to those videos, okay. It will help to save memory and make application faster. So let's wrap this list view with a builder first, with a builder. So instead of this builder I will simply write consumer, and we have to provide the type of consumer, like what we are going to consume here, that is YouTube view model. And in the builder we have to define context and the view model that we are going to consume, that is YouTube video view model. And you can simply leave a placeholder instead of child, so as we are not going to use it. And okay, for now let's change this list view to list view.builder, or let's get rid from this whole code, okay. I'll simply comment this. And I will check if YouTube video view model dot playlist items dot is empty. If it is empty, then I will simply show the message return. In the center I will show there are no videos yet, like center child text, there are no any videos, and else if there are content, then we are going to return our list view.builder, return list view.builder, and for item builder we'll get context and index, and we are going to return the YouTube video card, okay, YouTube video card. So just write YouTube video card, and here we have to provide the following details that we will get from this YouTube video view model, okay, don't worry. So instead of passing these values one by one here, we can simply ask for YouTube video and assign those values inside this video card, okay. And let's fix the syntax error if we have any. So we don't have any as of now, like we can simply ignore this. So let's go to the YouTube video card and let's get rid from this. Instead of these multiple variables, we can simply write final YT video. So to show a video we need a YouTube video object, YT video, and we have to make it required this dot. So instead of this thumbnail URL, we can simply provide YT video dot thumbnail URL, and here in video title YT video dot video title, and in the channel name we can simply provide YT video dot, okay, it's channel name field I guess, and for views count you can simply pass YT video dot views count. So let's go to YouTube home, and now we can simply pass YouTube video, and we will get the YouTube video from this YouTube video view model. Okay, so we can simply write YT video view model dot playlist items. So these have all the playlist items, and we have to pass like the first item when the first widget is building, second item when second widget is building. So this index will give the value, so you can simply pass the respective object of YouTube video. Okay, so I guess our code is ready now. So let's restart the project, and initially, okay, so we are getting nothing. Okay, and here we have one error like unable to get data from YouTube API because of no source methods, and we are going to trying getting video ID from nothing. Okay, so let's fix this first. Go to YouTube API services. The issue we have is all this data are inside this snippet. Okay, so and we are missing snippet here, so let's add the snippet key before all this. Okay, so all these key values are inside the snippet keys. Okay, so let's add snippet for video title. So we already have inside video title, and let's add in this thumbnail also. Snippet, and for this channel title as well. So let's restart again, and let's see if it is fixed. And there you go, you can see the thumbnail is displayed here, and we have YouTube video title, and here we have channel name. So but we have this infinite times. Okay, so let's provide item count. So let's go to video home, and in this list view.builder we are going to provide item count, and it is okay, YouTube video view model dot playlist items dot length. So if we have 3 videos, then we will get only 3 this video container. Okay, so we have all these 3 videos of one signal here in our playlist, and it is not necessary that playlist must belongs to you. You can display anyone's playlist here. Okay, so now let's add a small play button in the center of this card, and upon clicking on that play button we have to play that video inside the app. Okay, so let's add a play button first. Go to the video card, and let's wrap this card. Okay, let's wrap this card with a container, and let's provide it some height. We are going to use media query dot of context. Okay, now we have to use dot size of. Okay, dot size of context, dot height times 0.3. so it will occupy 30% of his screen. And for width we can provide double dot max finite. Okay, double dot max finite. And I will wrap this card with a stack widget. Wrap with widget, sorry, not widget. Okay, let's wrap this with column first and we will change it to stack. So on top of this card we must have the play icon. Okay, so we can provide the default alignment of its child to center. By default it is top start, so the property is alignment, and we have to pass what we have to pass alignment directional dot alignment directional dot center. Okay, center. Now after this card we are going to provide a icon button. Okay, icon button, and upon pressing this icon we will go to another screen that will simply play that video. Okay, inside icon we can simply write icons dot play, and okay, let's go with play circle, and let's change the color to red, colors dot red, and size of this icon to 30. Okay, so let's save this, and here you see, and we have overflow as well. So let's increase the height to 0.4, and we have this play icon also. So as soon as we click on this we must go to another screen named, okay, let's make another screen named YouTube player. Okay, like something like YT video player dot, and for playing YouTube video we are going to use another package named YouTube player Flutter. Let's go to pub.dev, and if you see the readme section of this, we can simply play the video. Like we can initialize the controller, and we can use the YouTube player widget in the body to play the video. Okay, so this is simply easy and straightforward. And if we want full screen support, then we can use YouTube player builder. Okay, so let me copy this controller. Okay, so okay, let me create a stateful widget here, and let me name it YouTube video player, and in the constructor let's add a video ID as we need it, string video ID, so we have added this video ID in the constructor. Now we are going to initialize the controller in the init state, so I will simply paste the code that we have copied previously, and let's import the YouTube player controller from the package YouTube player Flutter. And now in the body, in the like for the widget part we are going to return a scaffold. In the body we are going to use the YouTube player builder. Okay, for full screen support we can simply use YouTube player builder. I will simply copy this Okay, so we need one controller here, and the bracket of this is not closed, so let me close its bracket. Okay, now YouTube player is closed. Here we have, okay, so we can simply use this controller, but this controller is defined inside init state, like we can't use it here as its scope is not outside this function. So we can define this function here in this area. Okay, so we can simply write let YouTube player controller underscore controller, and we will simply initialize it here in the init state, and now we can access it here as well. So upon clicking on this button, we are going to navigate to this screen along, and we will pass video ID. So let's go back to video home page, and on tap of this button, okay, let's go to YouTube video card. Upon clicking on this icon, we are going to navigate to screen name navigator.push. Inside route we have material page route. In the builder, we are going to return the YT player screen. Okay, YT video player, and we are going to pass video ID, that is YT video.video ID. Okay, now we are done. Let's restart this and click on this play icon button, and here you can see this video is played, but this is not the video we are expecting. Okay, we are not using the video ID that we have passed from here in the YouTube video player screen. Okay, so we are not using this video ID here. So instead of this video ID, we can simply use the video ID that we are getting from. So here I can use widget.video ID. So I guess it must work now. Now I click on this play button, and the video starts playing, and we can see the sound because mute is true here. So let's make this false, and let's restart again, and we will have full screen support as well. So now the video is playing. Let's try the full screen, and it is now playing in full screen as well. So we can simply
the pricing drop, then we can land
forward and backward,
and now it works. Okay, I think it is the issue with the restart, or that code have not been implemented previously. Now we have successfully arrived in this notification screen upon clicking.
So guys, we have successfully fetched the data from playlist, public playlist using YouTube Data API, and we have played the fetched videos using those videos ID using YouTube player Flutter package. So if you have made this video till now, then be sure to subscribe our channel, and if you have any feedback for this video, then please don't hesitate to comment below. Thank you for watching.